Hi and welcome back. Today I'm going to continue our Sudoku, but in this episode we won't do a lot of things. I just want to change something, actually a lot of things, to be able to continue this, because as I made it previously, it wasn't the best, and I just want to make a bit better. So first, I want to change this Sudoku cell. I'm going to create a new class, which is called base Sudoku cell, and this is going to extend the view class. And our Sudoku cell will extend our base Sudoku cell. The idea is that I'm going to store every variables here, and Sudoku cell will just only draw everything. So let's change things. So most of this, except the draw method, is going to be in this class. And change the name to base Sudoku cell. We don't need these attributes anymore, just the context. And delete this line and import everything. So this is going to work for now. And I want to make two classes, I mean two voids. I want to change this to set value because that's fits better my needs. So this dot value equals value, and this is going to be value as well. So this class is almost finished, just we need to give back our value. So return value. So our base Sudoku class is finished. Let's work with a Sudoku cell class, import it, and make a constructor. Just needs a context, which we will just pass it back to our superclass. And initialize, first import and initialize the paint equals new paint. And I'm going to change this on draw method because it will look a bit better. So first create a private void draw numbers, actually draw number, and just copy this or cut it, and change every number to get value. Yeah, and we need to pass the canvas as well. So first just call it, and we almost finished, but for now it's good. The next thing I want to do is delete this grid view adapter because it's so small that we don't really need to have a separate class for this. So just paste it underneath. This is going to be an inner class, so it's good. No errors. Just here, but I'm going to comment out for now, and I'm going to delete this Sudoku grid view adapter class. Yeah, and my cat just fallen down from my table. So the next thing I'm going to do is create a new class which is going to hold our game grid. This is going to be our class which holds the whole Sudoku with the views. So let's make a variable Sudoku cell. Let's call this Sudoku. Doesn't really matter. It's a 9 by 9 array. Oh, Sudoku cell. We need constructor again. Game grid. It needs a context because our Sudoku cell needs a context. So just pass it to them. For cycle to make all the 9 times 9 cells equals 0, x smaller than 9, x plus plus 4 into y equals 0, y is smaller than 9, y plus plus. Import Sudoku x dot y equals new cell. Oh, Sudoku cell, and pass the context. Okay, so what we did now is we initialized all the cells, but they don't contain any data yet. So let's make a void in which we pass the grid, which is an array of integers. I also need to for cycle, and our previously made cells, we give them the values, so set value and get it from the grid. And also we need some getter methods like Sudoku cell get grid. This returns the grid, no, the Sudoku. And we also want individually get the items, so like Sudoku cell get item int x and y. This returns not only this returns only one cell from the grid, Sudoku x y. And also I want to make another get item which gets a position, and net x and y values. So public Sudoku cell get item int position. Like we did before, we get the x and y values from the position modulo 9, y equals position divided by 9 position, and we give back the Sudoku x and y values. So our game grid is finally good. So we just need to modify our game engine, and because we no longer need this two-dimensional arrays, integer arrays, we instead make a private variable of our game grid. Just call it grid. It equals null, and we make a new void which is gonna create grid. We need a context because create grid is going to create this game grid which needs a context. So basically it's just passing to the context to the last element to a view. So what we did in the main activity, we just going to cut it because we no longer want to do this in the main activity. We want this in here, and grid equals new game grid, pass the context, and grid dot set grid gets the Sudoku. Yeah, and we no longer need these, just public game grid get grid, which will return the grid. And in the main activity we no longer need these, just game engine dot get instance dot create grid and pass this as a context. And the last thing we need to do is just remove all of this, and for a view return game engine dot get instance dot get grid dot get item at position. So this is basically, it should work. I don't think there is any problem with that. As you can see, the lines are gone, but it's working fine. We can easily fix the line problem here, because every cell is just one part of the whole, so we can just draw lines. I'm going to move this down there, and we just have to set the correct values to the paint, like set color dot black, we need a stroke size, stroke width. This is going to be, I don't know, 2, or let's make it 3. And we need to set the style of the stroke to style dot, as you can see there is fill, fill and stroke, and stroke. We need stroke because we don't want to fill the rectangle just with black color. We want just lines around it, and just draw a rectangle. Left is going to be 0, top is 0, right is going to be get width, which is a function from the view, and the bottom is going to be get height. Yeah, get height. And paint is our paint. But because we changed the stroke, we need to change here to fill. Set style dot fill. So now it will work. And in the next episode I'm going to show you how to remove elements, and we are going to create a keypad to fill the missing element. Thank you for watching.